That's a map of Edmonton in the 1880s, and it arrived out of a meeting I had at the University of Alberta with other profs and so on. I was talking about the Métis history of Edmonton, which they were completely unaware except for the fur trade, I said, and so on. But I said, no, the actual physical properties were arranged according to French Métis river lots. So the population was probably about 85% Métis at that time. And so they followed the natural river lot system that was at Red River and Batoche and all these other places. I thought it was really important to make a document, sort of a history painting about that, to make a map that's just literally a transposition of actual map from the time. I also did one for Red River. And it's important to me though because my family had one of those river lots. So on what is now the University of Alberta, right across from the high level bridge is the Garneau district. And my great-great-grandfather, Laurent Garneau, that was his property. So it ran from the river up about 2 miles, and it's not super wide, maybe 12 city blocks or so. And it's just the very little corner of the bottom left-hand corner of that. And it's right across from the Hudson's Bay. And I did that, one, because the composition was a little prettier this way, it made more compositional sense, but also it's not about my family's being in the middle. And after I did it, I found out from a scholar in Edmonton and some research, or in Calgary, some research I was reading, that most Aboriginal maps are different from colonial maps. Colonial maps have the fort in the middle and the surrounding territory around, or the city in the middle and all the environs around. Whereas Aboriginal maps tend to have where you're at and where you want to go and all this stuff in between. And I found that fascinating that just intuitively chose that. The style is my attempt to come up with a Métis way of painting and representing things. So I looked at Métis beading from the same era and tried to find a way of making marks that be like beads rather than quills. And yeah, this sort of came up, and this was the second one or the first one. There were 3 maps altogether.